morning. Today is Thursday, May 10th, 2012. It is 9:20 a.m. in the morning. And we have Marcia, Steven, Linda, Michael, Steve, and Sarah flying with us today.
So 1035, 27 descending, 2000 for the VOR, 35. So 1035, Louis Tower, good morning, running 35, clearly unverified information, Quebec. Williams, Quebec, and
How you doing, Linda?
Okay.
All right, so where are you from? My name's Ian, by the way.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, so you been here before?
First time.
Okay, all right. Welcome to Kauai. And how you doing, Michael? So my name's Ian, and good morning. I think she's got the mic. You have the mic? Right there. You just gotta press the button, hold it close to your mouth, and you can talk. How you doing?
Fine, you?
I'm doing fine.
Ultralight 68 Bravo Sierra, freak change approved.
Alright, so we got about another mile to go before we switch off the power button. Raiders of the Lost Ark, because this is where Harrison Ford jumped into the biplane full of snakes. That movie. Remember that part? We wondering about the Olympiad backing up. Our boss just wants some kind of reaction out of you guys, whether it's laughing or whatever. He just wants some kind of reaction. A lot of people laugh when you hear the Olympiad when they pick up and we back up, but I think it's funny.
Heavy, the Hui Tower. short runway 35. Hold short 35, 112.
Okay, base Safari 2, takeoff time 10:25.
Safari, on the go, 10:25. Have a good flight.
Okay, thank you. Oh, the shorthand was between the 10 and the 11, and the longhand was by the 5.
Takeoff, wind is 050.
Alright, just to get you guys started off here. So anyway, this is the edge of the airspace right here. This is an approach for runway 3. And if you ever seen a 757 come through here, all of a sudden the gap looks small. But anyway, this is owned by what is called the Waterhouse family. So the Waterhouse family, they don't have any descendants, but this is where they filmed Descendants. 6 days, 7 nights, Descendants filmed here. And they had written a will in the land to the state. They had to promise not to develop it. I would promise the same thing too. They could have gave it to me. Now they're going to end up in a care home. That's alright though. Where else in the world where you go somewhere and people are like giving away their land because they don't have any kids? I'll just adopt instead of go give it to the state, you know what I mean? But anyway, if you have any questions, you can use the mics. Feel free to ask. The last flight, I tell everybody the same thing. If you ask questions, more fun, it's interactive versus me talking to myself the whole time, which is what happened on the last flight after, like, I smell bad. But anyway, that's how it is sometimes. A lot of things to look at, a lot of things to soak up. But if you have any questions, key on the mic.
This ridge line we're going over, this is extinct volcano then, this ridge line?
Actually, this whole island is a volcano. There are 6 major volcanoes that form this island. And this is possibly a part of an old ancient volcano, one of the 6 that was the major volcanoes that formed the island, because they say Kaui at one point in time used to be a 14,000 foot mountain, just like Mauna Loa, Mauna Kea on the Big Island, but due to the fact that land and sea always fighting over borders, sea eventually wins. It's like we got 2,400 islands northwest of here. They're all considered Hawaiian islands, but a lot of them are atolls, or a lot of them are to the point where, you know, one big swell and it's no longer going to be there, for example. But 6 major volcanoes. On the south side here, there was a Koloa series of volcanic eruptions. Koloa town is out your left side, which would mean Long Canyon. That's where they had the first sugar mill. But anyway, since we're talking about volcanoes, the Koloa series had 40 craters in that volcanic series. Formed everything from a left side to a right side, rear of the aircraft, which is south to east in the Koloa series. So there are 40 craters. Basically, in a series of craters or volcanic eruptions like that, you have all these cinder cones pop up, venting the pressure from the main magma chamber.
Yeah, this latitude to the north, 2.9 Ridge, really well.
So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is Kahili Mountain. Kahili means windswept, or slope of the wind. This mountain faces northeast. That's where our trades come from. Trader, it's normally from the northeast. Mainly because of rotational differences between the equator and the poles, yeah. At the equator, the Earth's rotating about 960 plus knots and 0 at the poles. So to keep it simple, it creates a semi-permanent high-pressure area northeast of the island, so northeast trades. But the mountain is an aquifer. The porous layers of lava, it tends to trap water, act as a filter/storage. So the water comes out this side, they sell it in the stores called the Kaui Springs. So if you see that water, it came out of the mountain. But this is where I grew up, Color Hill, left side. Spent a lot of time in mountains. What else is there to do when you grow up on an island only 24 miles by 36 miles, yeah? Well, for me, riding dirt bikes. Kind of like what these guys are doing over here. They're all suited up, look like they're ready to jump on the dirt bikes, but their bikes are nowhere to be found. See it? Yeah, so my dad, 5 years old, buys me a dirt bike. First day I get it, crash it right into the back of his truck. Instead of giving me lickings, he sent me skidding instead. Good man, but makes for good hand-eye coordination. Eventually. Anyway, Hanapepe Valley.
Traffic 2 light sports, Kahili Ridge for the 3 tunnel, 3000.
Hanapepe Penang, part 2. This is called Hanapepe. If you ask me, these guys had named it after the riverbed. It's all broken up stone down there. That's what the name Hanapepe would mean. And don't be fooled. The rocks down there, they look small from here, but they're like Volkswagen sized.
I assume all these waterfalls are only accessible by hiking or rock climbing.
If you wanted to hike inside here and really wanted to get in here bad, it'd take you a couple of hours from the road, but this is private land. This is owned by the Robinson family. You heard about that family? They own the island of Niihau. We are over a 47,000 acre parcel right now that the Robinsons own. They got about another 47,000 acres on Niihau and about 10,000 plus acres on the North Shore. And with that being said, the only thing they don't have is a daughter my age with all that land and an island. Not too happy about that, but I guess I'm going to have to pass up on all the land. In fact, she wouldn't even have to be my age. There's a lot of exceptions you can make. All right, anyway, nice people. It's not their fault that grandmother left them all this land and an island, yeah? So when we land, like on our eco tour, which we only do it at the end of the day, we land on Keith Robinson's reserve where he's got all these endangered species plants and he gives the tour. It's the only tour on Kaui where you get to meet one of the Robinsons. Yeah, it's like the movie Meet the Robinsons, yeah. But not quite. Okay, so Kahili Falls, left side. Kahili would mean windswept or swept by the wind. We call it the Five Sisters because there's 5 falls here. So where you see where it's dark green versus the light green, that's where the water's coming out of. It's coming out of the dark green area. Gotcha. Well, how you guys doing? I gotta ask. You guys doing alright? Okay. Okay. Was that a yes? Alright. I gotta ask because you know what, the other week we crossed the ridge coming into the valley. I'm descending down to Jurassic Falls and this guy's like, can I have a bag? I'm like, really? I said, you're gonna break the record, 7 minutes. The poor guy wailed in that hole, in the bag the whole flight and nothing was coming out. I mean, I can laugh now, but the poor guy was feeling sorry for him. You know, it changes the whole tone when you got somebody who's like, like sound like he's dying, you know. But anyway, yeah, headed up to the canyons. And I sure hope nobody gets airsick because I don't try to get anybody airsick. Because if you ever seen what these machines looks like with like Starbucks and pineapple chunks everywhere, then you know where I'm coming from, yeah? So keep smiling. Trudy, you doing okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, alright. Okay, so what we're going to see, lots of layers. Layers are ancient surface flows stacked upon each other. And the only reason why we're able to see it is because of all the water flow erosion that has carved this out. This canyon in front, think of it as the eastern fork of Waimea. It can't really be seen from Waimea Canyon Drive because you see the ridgeline furthest away? That's where the road is.
Roger, right turn over 190.
You think it's bouncy and on a Pepe? Back there is a little worse. We got big waterfalls on the other side to look at. You guys are doing fine right now. I want to keep it that way. So anyway, all Killer right here. See him when we get out of the canyon, but I can faintly see the outline of me out there. You can see some of the sandy shore on the left side there. Call the Forbidden Island because nobody's allowed there unless they invite you or unless you're Native Hawaiian.